Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB. Considering what our conversation was, I didn't really want to get the show started with what we were talking about, but I will shout out GoFlow IV. Yeah, I mean, GEAUX Flow IV, GoFlowIV.com. That is the website. Remember, right off of Jefferson in Baton Rouge, if you've got a big weekend coming up, which pretty big holiday, you might want to get ready. Or if you're feeling a little bit under the weather, or if you just want to get hydrated, they are the place to go. 225-953-8150. 225-953-8150 is the number. Go see them today. Get ready for the weekend. GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, go to that website, and you can kind of see their menu options, like what kind of cocktails, IV cocktails that they have, different types of vitamins, and they do different types of things. And then there's also additions to any IV. So, like, if you got an upset stomach, you can go over there. They got something for that nausea. If you have inflammation, you just started working out again, you want to knock out some of that inflammation, they have something for that. They got something for everything. Stay hydrated, stay vitamized. If you haven't done an IV therapy before, make sure, do yourself a favor, treat yourself, and go over to GoFlow IV Spa right there on Jefferson Highway, GoFlowIV.com.
All right, so we were talking about this during one of the breaks. CBSSports.com put out an article, and it was breaking down the 10 worst quarterback rooms in the National Football League entering 2026 with their starting predictions for week number 1. This is an article, again, by CBS Sports. Garrett.
The Texans.
Podell. Texans what? You think they have the worst? I'm going to go down the list.
Top 5, maybe not 5.
I'm going to go down the list, and you tell me what you think. At number 10, the Indianapolis Colts, their quarterback room, Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, Riley Leonard, and Seth Hennigan. Coming in at number 9, the Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young, Kenny Pickett, Will Grier, Haynes King. Coming in at number 8, the Minnesota Vikings, Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and Max Brosmer. And coming in at number 7, the New Orleans Saints, with Tyler Shuck, Spencer Rattler, and Zach Wilson. Now, I'm going to go on down the list. We'll get to number 1. Then I want you to react to the New Orleans Saints coming in on this list at all, but certainly at number 7. At number 6, the Miami Dolphins, Malik Willis, Quinn Ewers, Cam Miller, Mark Gronowski. He made the NFL. Shout out to him.
Nice. Good for him.
Iowa, right?
Yeah, from South Dakota?
Yeah. At number 5, the Atlanta Falcons, Michael Penix Jr., Tua Tagovailoa, Trevor Siemian, and Jack Strand. I have no idea who Jack Strand is. And y'all know that's saying something. Arizona Cardinals coming in at number 4, Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew, Carson Beck, and Keaton Slovis. Coming in at number 3, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Drew Aller. The Jets coming in at number 2, Geno Smith, Cade Klubnik, Brady Cook, and Bailey Zappi. And at number 1, the Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson, Shadur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Taylon Green. So that is your full list of, according to CBSSports.com, the 10 worst quarterback rooms in the NFL. And again, let's go back to the New Orleans Saints being number 7 on this list, which I think at best is laughable that they come in at number 7 on this list.
Certainly there is a lot of teams that don't have the best quarterback room. There's multiple things I don't agree with on this list. I don't know who this guy is that's writing it, but certainly putting the Saints at 7 is clownish behavior. I think that the Saints have a really good quarterback room. I mean, we're not going to say the best yet,
No, I'd say the
right?
best.
But mid tier to, I don't know. I don't know what number I'd put him, but I certainly wouldn't put him in the
I wouldn't
top
put him
10
in, no.
worst.
No, I think
maybe
they're-
not top 10 best.
No,
but not top 10 worst.
I think they're in a really good spot. They've got a very promising Tyler Shuck. They've got a backup in Spencer Rattler that, regardless of what you want to say, held his own and played well enough. The plays weren't made around him. He didn't elevate those around him, and that's why you make a move to Tyler Shuck. So I understand, looking back on it, why you did it, but still, he gave you enough, right, to feel really good about your backup quarterback situation. And then you sign Zach Wilson, who, look, he hasn't been great by any means, but he's a number 2 overall pick. He's a talented guy. He's your 3.
Yep. Let's take a look at the teams that they said they're worse than.
I think about
They said they're worse than the Colts. Okay, that Colts came in at 10.
yeah.
Anthony Richardson, I would take Spencer Rattler over Anthony Richardson all day, every day. Daniel Jones is going to be coming off a brutal injury.
Yeah.
And he has been bad for most of his career. Played well last year. Credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Okay, but I would put the Saints as a better complete room than that. The Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young, Kenny Pickett, Will Greer, Haynes King. They said that's a better quarterback room than the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Just think about that. Also, the Minnesota Vikings with Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz. Better. That one's going to be
about Max
arguable
Brosmer.
because Kyler Murray has had his moments, right? So that's going to be arguable. There's a small sample size with Tyler Shuck. But here's what's people that aren't even on the list that bothers me.
I've got 2 that are on the list. Hold on. Let me write them down.
Okay. All right.
And I want you, and then you're going to say them.
Yep.
And we're going to see if we agree. All right.
Just kind of like the couple show.
Yeah,
Married-
kinda, yeah.
Married
This
to-
is like O's the Mentalist.
All right. Number 1 on my list, that why aren't they in there as well? The New York Giants
Okay.
and the Tennessee Titans.
Is that what you had?
Giants and Titans.
Let's go.
Because obviously we're doing a rookie comparison. Objectively, Tyler Shuck performed better. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart.
The Jackson Dart stuff, and again, he's exciting. He's fun.
He
but
dives head first into people.
The
Cool.
value that people are putting of him over Tyler Shuck is shocking to me.
Yep. So, New York Giants room, Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston, Brandon Allen. Okay, Jameis Winston gives you the most credibility here from longevity. We all love him. Great personality. Awesome. But you have to start here by comparing QB1s.
Yeah.
And Tyler Shuck was second in Rookie of the Year voting.
Yeah.
I think Jackson Dart was fourth or fifth. Cam Ward was even on there, top 5.
I think he was in top 5, yeah.
Okay. Then you go over to the Tennessee Titans depth chart. Cam Ward, Mitch Trubisky, Hendon Hooker,
And Will Levis, right?
and Will Levis, I think. Is he still
He's still hurt.
Still kicking?
Kind of, yeah.
I forgot about Hendon.
So
And
I
Will
guess
Levis.
what you got to look at was which quarterback but to not even have those guys, to have the Saints at 7.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're going to put them on, maybe you put them on 10, but they're not in that list instead of these quarterback groups. So the amount of credit that they get really pisses me off. And we talked about it with like the card value, the sports card value. Like, I don't understand. I get it. There's a bigger market out there, but like, why are people? And Jackson Dart's a good player, and I don't want it to sound like I'm knocking him, but the value of Cam Ward and Jackson Dart over Tyler Shuck is what is baffling to like. Look at what Tyler Shuck was able to do with what he did it with.
Yes. Uber driver.
Was uber impressive.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right. Y'all know our feelings on this. Tyler Shuck is not getting the credit that we think he deserves. And maybe the sample size is small. So maybe he doesn't deserve the credit right now because he's got to prove it some more. But if he doesn't deserve the credit, those guys don't deserve the credit.
Yeah.
That is the only point that we are trying to make, that from 1 year sample size from these guys, how does everybody outside of Louisiana think that those guys are so much better than Tyler Shuck? I get it, draft position, okay? That's the only thing you got. That's the only argument. That's the only fallback you have is draft position. And that's a lazy take. That is a lazy take.
Also, aren't they supposed to be ranking the rooms as a whole?
Yeah.
Because that's not what they're doing. They're just ranking the starter. Like, this will be a little surprising coming from me. Tampa Bay Buccaneers should be on this list.
Ooh. Hello.
Like, sure, Baker's an established starter. They have 2 quarterbacks right now. Their quarterback room is Baker Mayfield and Jake Browning. What happens if Baker Mayfield goes down? He takes a lot of hits. You have 2 quarterbacks on your roster right now. You're not ranking the quarterback rooms. You're just ranking the starter.
Yeah, that's what I felt too. And I'm a little bit surprised that the Houston Texans aren't finding their way on
That's
that
what
list.
I was about to bring them up. The Texans not being on this list. C.J. Stroud was arguably one of the worst quarterbacks in the entire league.
You
last
started this trend, and I'm following you. If Joe Flacco's on the Houston Texans, they might win.
They go to the
At
Super Bowl. No one outside of the Rams were beating the Seahawks in the NFL at the end of the year. But they get to the Super Bowl with Joe Flacco as their quarterback with the Texans. C.J. Stroud played historically bad last year. Now, there's some games statistically. There's some throws he makes. Oh, good player. But, like, you could make a highlight film of him and argue that he was a good quarterback last year. But if you watch the entire film,
Right.
high school level misses.
In the postseason, he had 51% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, only 5.8 yards per attempt.
Yeah, I could have done that right now.
I believe you, actually.
I couldn't have done better probably right now,
Yeah.
but I could have done that. What he was doing out there.
And their room is Graham Mertz and Davis Mills.
So to me, they would be the number 1 worst QB group based on last year's performance and what they got now. I don't think the Browns being number 1 is right either. I mean, yeah, you could think what you want to about Shador, but I mean,
I'd put Pittsburgh ahead of them.
yeah, what's Pittsburgh?
Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Drew Aller.
That has to be number 1.
How's that not number
I'd probably put the Jets over them.
Yeah, so they have the Steelers at 3 right now. They have the Jets with Geno Smith, Cade Klubnik, Brady Cook, Bailey Zapp at
Zappy.
2. Zappy, whatever. I mean, a room full of
Zappy, you slappy.
Ew, nice. Deshaun Watson, whatever you think about him, he had some good playing years. He's been off for 4 or 5 years, so we'll see. But, like, Shador, who think what you want about him, I get it, whatever. Mel Kiper loves him, and he did make, like, the 12th alternate Pro Bowler. Dylan Gabriel, which, I mean, he won the job.
He had
Right.
multiple starts.
He had multiple stars, won the job, whatever you think about him as well. But that room as a whole is not the worst NFL quarterback room in the NFL. Who's this guy? Who's this writer? We need to send him a strongly worded message. Garrett Podol. Oh, yeah, he's a mouth.
Poodle.
He's a mouth breather. I can see his little thumbnail. He said it's a 12-minute read. You don't know how fast I read, bud.
It's going to be at least 21.
Yeah, bud. So we're going to talk about it for a while, too.
Matt's like, I got to set aside my afternoon.
Wow, what's the word count on this?
Bless you.
Yeah. The Saints quarterback room and the Saints backup, like, so starter and backup, Shuck and Rattler, just not getting,
The Panthers.
not
too.
even,
Look
it
at the-
feels like the due diligence on their game
Yeah.
tape from a year ago.
Just think about it. Would you rather take the Saints quarterback room or the Panthers quarterback room?
No, I don't want Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, Kenny Pickett, and Will Greer. You want them over?
Nope.
I don't even know who
Shuck
Will
and
Greer
Rattler?
is.
He played for Florida.
Well,
for-
Florida, West Virginia. Right?
yeah.
Wait, is Will Greer? Is he the handsome one?
No,
No,
so
it's Will
you're thinking
Levis.
of
Sam Hartman.
You're thinking of Sam Hartman. Yeah.
Sam Hartman. There you go.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going with another
Grills.
Will.
Greer's got, he used to have some nice lettuce, though.
I did. Nice. Good looking fella.
I hadn't seen him in a year.
Wait, so where were the Titans on there?
They weren't.
They
They're
weren't.
not on here.
Yeah, the Titans.
And neither
weren't
are the
on there. Neither
Giants.
are the Giants.
So I knew the Giants were, but like I
Hey,
missed
how about
the
the
Titans
Raiders?
thing.
Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza. Like, we
Right.
don't know what Fernando's
Fernando's a
gonna
rookie.
be.
Kirk hadn't been the same
Fernando's
since that
the
injury.
chosen one, bud. You can't put him on this list.
And I love Kirk O'Thuggins. Love him. But he hadn't been the same. Maybe it was Aiden O'Connell that kept him off the list.
How much has he made? 340?
A lot.
340?
More than anybody, right? He hadn't-
More money than anybody ever in the history of the NFL?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's right. Good for
Because
you.
those guys that signed bigger deals haven't made it yet, technically. Like, his deals have all been guaranteed. He's the guy that started the guaranteed money.
so mad at you still, Saints. No, I'm mad at Drew Brees.
Wait, what?
Remember that take I had? Drew had the opportunity to. So Kirk had just signed his guaranteed contract.
Oh, yeah.
And then Drew was up for a
Yeah.
contract, and he took a team-friendly deal, which is great.
Yeah.
But, like, for the longevity of the contracts and for the player, Drew had the opportunity to, like Kirk Cousins does it. Everyone's like, okay. That's a one-off type deal, like a Deshaun Watson like type contract.
Yeah.
Like, that was so dumb. Like, we're not going to do it anymore. I think he had an opportunity to come on the foothills and do another fully guaranteed contract, which at that point would have been a trend and be like, oh, Drew did it.
Yeah.
Got it. Now that's relevant right
Right.
now. Like, he got a fully guaranteed contract because, again, NFL players are the only people in professional sports that don't get fully guaranteed contracts.
Right.
So, like, we want that to change. That should change. It doesn't make any sense. It's the highest grossing sport,
Yep.
and they don't get fully guaranteed contracts.
I
There's
always say that,
a lot more risk involved.
like, I was very fortunate to start a lot of games in the NFL, and the 11th guy on the end of the bench for the Lakers makes 30 times what I made.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, there's not as many. There's a lot of people you got to pay. I get it, but they also make a lot more money.
Yeah.
So I just thought at the time, we don't need to rehash it, but I thought at the time Drew had a chance to
Well,
co-sign.
Tom did too. Tom would make 14 million some years where guys were making 30, 35.
Yeah, he would always take less. And
Always.
He was getting some.
if Tom takes less, everybody should take less, right?
He was getting some, for sure.
You trying to say the Patriots paid him under the table, Bo?
Did a little Kawhi Leonard situation.
Oh, could have.
Need to check those LLC documents.
Patriots would never have a scandal, though.
No, I'd follow the money.
Wait, what was that? Like something to do with trees or something like that? Or what am I thinking about?
What are you talking about?
Wasn't it the
Kawhi
Kawhi?
Leonard?
Like he paid people
Yeah,
for
the-
no-show jobs, right?
Yeah,
and then
the-
wrote it off as an LLC.
Yeah.
But it didn't actually exist or
He had
something?
Yeah.
Kawhi create an LLC, and through another company that he owned,
Right.
the owner paid him like $15 million.
To the LLC.
Yeah.
Because they paid him the max, but he was like the max plus $15 million
Right.
or something. So they paid to the LLC $15 million. That LLC was traced back to Kawhi Leonard. So he paid him $15 million outside, which was part of his deal to get him to go to the Clippers. So you don't think that? You think that was a one-off?
Okay, so it was a tree company. That's where I got that from.
Okay.
It was a tree company.
I knew
like
it was
the
something.
LLC was a tree company.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
right. But it was like, but for marketing or
Right.
something like
Yeah.
that. And there was no, there was no evidence.
There's
of that
no
tree
trees.
company
Paying,
Yeah.
paying a
marketing.
tree company $15 million, that's not a red flag. I mean, trees are getting removed.
But it's like, the problem is like Kawhi kind of got drugged for that. But
Yeah.
it's like, you going to say no?
Right. Like,
Nah.
was that his idea?
Yeah, he didn't come up with that. So you don't think Tom Brady's getting a little something?
Back to the original point here, and to wrap this conversation up real quick. The Saints and Titans did play last year at the end of the year once Tyler Shuck became the starting quarterback. And this game was in Tennessee. Cam Ward, 21 of 40, 251, 6.3 yards per attempt. Did have 2 tuds, no interceptions, but completion percentage not great. Didn't push the ball down the field. Took 4 sacks. Tyler Shuck, 22 of 27, 333 yards, 12.3 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, only took 2 sacks. But Tennessee not on the list. Saints number 7 on the list.
Wild.
Quarterback. rating.
Wild behavior. Hey, I
Saints
like
fans,
Is Minnesota on there?
yeah, they were right above the Saints at 8.
Okay.
So they're saying they have a better quarterback room too. Saints fans, don't worry. You've got a very healthy quarterback room. That's not just us saying that. Kellen Moore, their head coach, when I've talked with him, he knows they've got a healthy quarterback room. They've got 2 guys that they feel that they can trust. If something happened, they can move forward, and they're only going to keep going up. They are young football players that are only going to get better. And guess what? You got them better weapons, and you got them better protection
let's
over
go.
free agency and the draft. It's going to be better than it was last year, where he was throwing to guys that are borderline NFL players. Now you've got some real guys, right? You went and got a first-round receiver, top 10. You got one of the best guards, actually the best guard in free agency. You went and got a tight end, in the draft and in free agency. You went and signed a running back that's going to take some pressure off your quarterback and also can catch the football. And it opens up AK for what he can be to the offense. You're in a good spot. Don't worry. This list is terrible. Saints are going to be fine. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com, the website for Russell Pool Company. Jackknife. When you work with Russell Pools, you're going to sit down and you're going to kind of tell them what your dream pool has always been, and they're going to make sure that you get everything that you want. But we always encourage you, remember, they can do whatever it is. Now, if you want a kidney-shaped pool and that's all you want, if you want a rectangle, they can do that. But they're going to say, hey, go check out the gallery because we can do a little bit of everything. We've done a little bit of everything. And if you want to add this feature to your dream pool, we can absolutely get that done. And again, they are there from the very beginning, during the process, and afterwards as well with the maintenance. It is the true one-stop pool shop. Go to RussellPools.com.
Yeah, they're the best at building those custom pools, but like if you need help just figuring out what you want, it's the design part of the whole process that they are also experts at. 2 landscape architects on staff right over there. You can kind of have conversations with them, show them your style. They'll know your personality a little bit, and they can start creating those ideas for you, help you decide what your dream pool really is. Right over there, RussellPools.com.
You say I'll never change. I'm just to go around town with some gasoline, just trying to bomb a flame. Gonna burn the whole place down. And how do you explain ever falling in love with a guy like me in the first place?
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
And your mess never do no wrong. If I'm so awful, then why'd you stick around this long and there fits the whiskey? And why you keep on pulling it off the shelf? You hate the when you look at me.
Don't love that.
What?
When you start snickering.
Yeah, what were you laughing at?
I'm laughing at these guys in the chat. They're like, we need a podcast with Flynn, Hester, and Marler. Call it Off the Rocker. And then somebody was like, nah, Marler would want to be called Off the Marler.
Really, though?
He so would. He's like, yeah, but like, can I take it over?
Yeah, but like, can I throw my name anywhere
A
in there?
name in there. Like, I'm going to be there for 30 minutes out of the 5 hours, but we should rebrand it with me in mind.
I told y'all me, him, and Rivers went to lunch for his birthday for Cinco de Marler on Monday. And I was like, should we all 3 take an Adderall before we go? Because we are not going to get not one conversation finished. And we didn't. I don't think we finished one topic. We were all over the place. A normal person watching our lunch probably was so stressed out.
I asked Marla, I said, are you
doing the show
medicated?
with him? Like, is it a little bit all
It was
over the
good.
place?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, people enjoy it for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
to the
it
point
was,
where
it was great.
Matt has to reel him in.
So
Which
when,
I can't fathom.
when he
that.
came in on
was.
Monday, like he was way more ADD in studio than he was out. And I feel like he was a little nervous that first time out of the parade grounds.
Yeah.
Here, my God, all over the place. And I asked him, I was like, hey, have you ever thought about, some medication? And he's like, no, I don't think it's very healthy for me, as he gulps down a 5-hour energy.
Right.
This man sent us a box of 10 value pack of 5-hour energies that he had. I didn't know they sold those in value packs.
For him.
I had no idea they sold
I
them
didn't
like
know
10
that
at a
either.
time.
For
Yeah, sent us
he's
picture of the
he's a
box.
frequent flyer. He gets deals that we like us normal buyers just can't get.
I guess that's true. Never seen anything like it.
But yeah, he definitely needs some medication, and then fast acting too. Maybe Keister it.
Maybe Keister it.
Sorry, intrusive thought.
Yeah.
I mean,
I forgot. Probably shouldn't say everything that creeps up here.
I be fighting for my life back here. And sometimes it comes out. And it's not good.
Sometimes I'll watch the clips of like what some stuff you'll post or
Yeah.
whatever from our show, and I'll watch it because I wanted to watch like the one yesterday. Of,
Yeah.
Taylor's atrocities.
His war crimes
And I was
against
like, oh my
America.
God.
The
I
best
was like,
part was Alondra, the troops.
troops.
I'm like, send him to Iran.
I was watching. I was like, golly, I move a lot.
Iran, I guess. My bad.
You?
Yeah.
No.
Wrong.
I know. I was like, man, I should sit a little bit more still.
Yeah, every
No.
live read, when I go from Jake to you, I'm constantly adjusting.
That's true. I need to focus. I'll get better.
You hit the desk a lot.
It's okay.
And if you're making a point with a pen,
You do love
know
to
it.
do the pin.
Maybe I won't hit the pen anymore. Maybe I'll point it at the screen.
Let's get you a laser pointer.
Ooh.
when I'm making a point, I do kind of like have like the, I don't even know what you call this move, but it's
Yeah.
like you point and you're like trying to make the points with your hands.
Yep.
So
But look, you got to go to the tape sometimes. Now I see what you guys see, and I'm going to try to be better.
No, we love you for who you are.
yeah,
Thank you.
I'm not asking you to change.
Diagnosed. It's a medical condition.
I'm asking
It's
you
a
to be a
dis-
little bit.
It's a
I'm
disease.
undiagnosed, so at least you got that going for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're
you've got a fellow squirrel seer up here with you, bud. So we're good.
This show also never goes anywhere. Like we don't ever finish a conversation, which is fine.
No.
This is who we are.
We're a morning show.
Yeah.
We just want you to have a good time on the
Show
way to
doesn't
school.
ever
or work.
go anywhere, content-wise.
I mean, we get it in sometimes, but
I do love that. Anytime we're having a conversation, I'm like, all right, like Taylor's gonna need something for socials. He's gonna need something for YouTube, and then we'll bring it up and kind of reset. And I can feel the groans.
So I was like, hey, we gave you some Saints.
we gave you good Saint stuff.
Yeah, and we're gonna give you LSU later. Like, don't ask for too much.
Look, I'm at the point now to where I'm going to just grab screenshots of you two and just make an AI video and put it out. I can't promise what the video is going to say, but
I don't care.
just be like, here,
Just don't put us on a boat.
Oh,
it's true.
my God.
Yeah.
Boats are very controversial right now. Between the Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel stuff, and then the Hantavirus,
Oh yeah.
I told y'all they should have just
Yeah,
nuked,
I need to
nuked
be-
the boat.
And then remember when the Giants and Odell went on the boat before the playoffs?
Yeah.
Like that still lives out there too. They haven't won a playoff game
True.
since then.
Are we saying nothing good happens on a boat?
I don't
That
think I've
could-
ever been on a boat where something good happened.
I mean, outside of putting a line
I mean,
in the
Natalie
water,
Wood.
I
Is it
remember-
Wood or Woods?
Just would.
The girl that
I
like
remember the name. I don't remember what
she
happened.
was like an actress and
She's married to the guy who played number 2 in Austin Powers. What was his
Who
name?
does number 2 work for?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know
He
what
was
his
married
name
to
is. I can see his face.
And, like,
though. I don't know him
allegedly.
from anything else.
Okay. All right.
we don't ever know what really
I
happened.
gotta
But the
do that
idea
during
is
the
that he
break.
threw her overboard.
Yeah. That's,
What?
no, that's what I've always heard. Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, we don't know that. So yeah, nothing good happens on boats.
I mean, I've had
Robert
I mean,
Wagner.
like you had to get on a boat to
Robert
get.
Wagner.
Robert Wagner.
I've heard that name.
Weren't boats like all on Epstein's island too? Like
I don't know.
Well, you had to get there by boat. Or
Right.
If
Plane.
it was an
chopper.
island, get in that chopper.
You could chopper.
so, I don't think I'll ever get on a
Told you
boat.
you could
All
eat
right.
my cookie.
Team no boats.
I like a boat.
I do too.
I like a boat. Now, I don't love a saltwater boat.
I don't ever really get on boats.
Oh, your tummy, your tum tum.
Like, I don't know. Like, I think more or better things happen on freshwater boats.
Yeah.
I'm more
Like a good old-
freshwater.
Like
too.
I've been on a pontoon.
Yeah, good times on a boat.
Yeah.
Now, but then
You know
I
a song pontoon.
Yeah. By isn't it Little
The
Big
Little
Town?
Big
I think it
Town.
is Little Big Town.
Pontoon?
Second
Making
mention this
waves
month.
and
On the
catching rain.
pontoon. Yeah.
something like that. Waves
All
and
right.
rays, I think they rhyme. So what's
Don't-
going on with the Hantavirus? I don't know a lot about.
So
I don't know
there's
what this is.
there's
I
a
don't-
cruise that like which are basically moving incubators to me.
Yeah, like poop
Like,
cruise.
yeah, they're disgusting. I don't think I'll ever go on a cruise ever.
I got no will to do that.
Right, because I don't even like being on a plane. So being on a boat in the middle of the ocean feels more like I can't escape.
It is good if you have kids.
Yeah.
It's
Because
it
they're
gives
all
them a lot
you
of
can't
freedom
go
and
anywhere.
You can't
Yeah,
go
right.
anywhere. 7 days is too long. I think 5 days is a sweet spot. Seven's a step too far.
So there was a boat where there were people that had hantavirus,
Okay.
which is they thought just transmitted through rodents. And then I think a couple people died from it. And then so they kind of had it like quarantined for a little bit, and then they went to the Canary Islands in Spain. I think they let them out in the Canary Islands, and now there's people like getting on planes and stuff that have the virus, and the thing is for like 8 weeks, so sometimes you might not even know that you have it. And they're just like out here getting on planes, spreading it. I think in Switzerland, they said that there's some cases. Maybe they're looking into like 3 people here in the U.S. that might have it. So
they got it on the boat.
On the boat.
There was rats on the boat?
That's what they said. But then they said that they went to go look on the boat. They sent health teams onto the boat, and they didn't see any rats on there. So now they think it's human to human.
Just a Carnival cruise.
So
I don't know what kind of cruise it was, but probably. But I would have just left them on the boat.
So how does it?
You're like wanting COVID part 2 to happen.
Oh, they're just itching
How
for
does
another
one
shutdown.
get the disease from the rat in the first place?
Droppings.
That's a great
Droppings
question.
in the water source.
Yeah,
That's
or
what
like
happened in London, right? That was the Black Death.
Yeah.
That was the bubonic.
that, or like I guess maybe breathing it in.
Breathing. No, it can't be there.
No, here you go. Look.
Rat, huh?
Here you go. Look. Human contact the virus mainly by breathing in aerosolized virus particles from rodent droppings or nests during cleaning.
Really,
typically.
just smelling their poop.
Yep.
Smelling rat poop gave you the hantavirus.
Can we just get rid of rats?
Right.
What
Like they're
purpose?
all-
Rats 3, us 0.
Yeah. I feel like they're
But
just
that's
Or I
wild.
guess COVID was a bat, right?
It was lab.
No,
Those
for
are-
sure. It was
Yeah.
a
It is
lab,
lab.
but they told us it was a bat.
Yeah, I think that's right.
What? They did. They told us.
They
it was
told
bad.
us it was a bat, but I think you're right. It was created in a lab.
Yeah.
So it was hantavirus, and they just put it in the cruise.
So that's wild. Like you can get a virus just from smelling poop.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm out on boats, and I'm
Yeah,
out
I'm
on
out
rats.
on cruises. I ain't
yeah.
doing a cruise. I ain't taking a chance of it becoming a poop cruise situation.
I just
I'm not
wish-
even taking the risk. Why?
Yeah.
Why
I
take
just
the
wish
risk?
people would have considered the rest of us before letting them off the boat. What are we doing?
letting them off the boat.
Why? Why would you do that, Spain?
Oh, it's Spain.
Yeah, in the Canary Islands.
They don't control that, right? It's the captain. How qualified do you got to be a cruise ship captain, though?
They
what I
practically
mean?
drive
Kind
themselves.
of like the fun police.
Yeah, like they're.
And every boat's
What do you
getting out of
do?
your way. You ain't even got to turn
Yeah,
barely.
yeah. What do you do?
We take a break. That's what we do. But before we do, I want to tell you about Rouse's. Go to Rouse's.com. And when you go to Rouse's.com, always remember you put in your address, and it's going to pull up the one that is most convenient for you. And then once you find that one, let's say it's lunchtime. We're going to walk in. You're going to have multiple options. You're going to have the lunch bar. You're going to have rotisserie chicken, salad bar, sushi bar, pre-made meals, pre-made sides ready to go. You can have bags of crawfish, potatoes, and corn ready to go for lunch as well. You can have bags of crawfish if you have a boil coming up. They've got a little bit of everything, and they have a lot of local at Rouse's, including My High. If you want to pick it up, it's on sale right now, a little special.
Yeah, we got a little May special, 20% off of My High over there at Rouse's. So go check it out.
Go
Get it
pick
while
it
it's
up.
hot.
Well, I don't know you want My High hot.
No, while the temperature's hot, and it's also
Okay.
just a standard saying. You say get it while it's
Okay.
hot
Okay, well, you know,
because the
I
product's
like
hot.
my High chilled, but
Yeah.
each their own.
Mm-hmm.
You can take it room
It's
temperature.
gonna fly off the shelf too.
I
so.
guess, as well. So go to Rouse's.com. Again, find that location that is nearest you, Rouse's.com. Find those weekly specials, Rouse's.com. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we jump back on the other side, live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
When the sun goes down on my side of town.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
And the whole world turns blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad track. I got a table for two way in the back where I sit alone and think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of a neon moon. Now if you lose your one and only,
All right, welcome back in, OTB. You're live from the Raising Cane studio. Going to have LSU head baseball coach Jay Johnson in about 20 minutes from now. So we'll preview the Georgia series, kind of look back at the last couple of games, the sweep of South Carolina, the midweek win you had against the Green Wave, and what LSU's got to do moving forward, obviously, to try to better improve that resume and see if they can find their way into a regional.
It's going to happen.
For LSU softball, they unfortunately go down last night to Georgia 7-3 in the SEC tournament, and so now they will see where they end up.
Yeah. Georgia jumped ahead pretty early in that game, and
so LSU,
dang it,
kind of right there on the verge of if we're going to have postseason base or softball in Tiger Park.
Yeah.
So
got to look at the rest of the. Let me see. Because Texas is.
I was feeling good about them too.
Well, in RPI, like you're 13, so you've got a chance.
Yeah.
You're 13 in RPI. Now Georgia's right behind you at 14, so I felt like this was a big game. So you still have a chance to host softball at Tiger Park, and that's going to be important because, as we know, as we've laid out, LSU 28-5 at home, 28-5 inside Tiger Park. Away from Tiger Park, 9-12.
Gotta host.
9-12. So this is a team certainly that feeds off the energy of a home crowd. Regardless of the opponent, they have been so much better at home. Neutral site 1-5, on the road 8-7. So you are 9-12 away from Tiger Park, and you're right there again. RPI is 13, so you're likely to get one of the final spots. On the final hosting spot, so we'll see. This game would have been big, considering Georgia's right there at 14, but you drop it 7-3.
I'm looking at the rest of the.
That's your reaction.
Well,
the clap.
I know. I was feeling so good about.
I know, me too.
All things on the baseball and softball diamonds. I was right there in front of them. It's all right. They're gonna make a run.
They do have a better road record than Georgia does.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, Arkansas. I didn't realize Arkansas was
number one RPI.
Yeah. I did not realize that. I mean, no way Oklahoma's not hosting.
Are they good at softball?
They're okay.
All right, if you're like into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
LSU beat them.
LSU did beat them.
So
fact.
I saw one. I did see a projection on one of the softball sites, and it had LSU just missing out, literally getting the first not to host. So they're going to be right there. They're going to be on the verge, and it's going to come down probably to some of those other teams that are right around them and what they do, how many more wins they can add, and what that RPI final standing kind of looks like for LSU softball. But yeah, they go down 7-3.
Yahoo has them hosting.
What seed?
I believe Yahoo.
14, 15?
13.
Oh, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go. So you're saying there's a chance.
There might be a chance.
And again, when you are
because they're 16, right? They're 16.
In the rankings, they are actually 18, I believe. Like in the top 25, but in the RPI,
say there's 16 sites, host sites,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Yes, there's 16. Yes.
I actually think LSU has a good chance at it.
Yeah, this almost would have guaranteed that one win against Georgia would have probably guaranteed you. Now you got to sweat it out a little bit, but I'm leaning towards them hosting, considering the RPI and some of the wins they've got on their resume. So, and don't really have ugly losses either.
No.
The situation we talk about with baseball, like some of their resume is the quad 4 losses that they have to really bad baseball teams.
No, softball got it done where they had to, except for, I guess, yesterday. But Clearwater really was just like the one.
I was just sitting there like, whoa, boy. Right, Matt?
Do you remember Clearwater, Matt?
I do.
Oh.
Wasn't good.
Who'd they lose to?
Nebraska.
Who else? If you get another one, I'm
gonna yeah.
so proud of you right now.
Another one. Florida Atlantic.
No, kind of close.
That, actually, very close. Yeah.
Central Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of remember. I told you.
You pull
There's
one
two
in
more,
Nebraska.
but
I got
yeah, the
pieces.
Nebraska one
Thank you.
caught me off guard.
Credit to myself. No.
Thought it was definitely cheating. Nebraska, you beat Oklahoma State. You lost to Duke. You lost to UCF, and you lost to.
One more. You got it.
You got this.
Yep. We lost to TCU.
No, but I don't hate that guess.
4 letters.
4 letters.
Favorite state of yours?
California.
UCLA.
Really?
The other school in LA.
Like that. I was gonna give him like a random basketball player that went there, see if he could get it.
There would be no
I was
shot.
gonna
at
go
that.
Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love.
Nope.
Lou Alcindor.
For Russell Westbrook, he went to the NBA from high school.
True.
In fairness, I don't remember him at UCLA at all.
I feel like he's been in the NBA a long time.
And so is Kevin Love.
I don't think anybody knows that, though. In fairness to me.
I did.
Alondra, did you know that
Know what?
any of those players played at UCLA?
I had no idea.
Thank you.
Drew Holiday too, right?
Yes. Somewhere in Cali.
Drew Holiday went
I
to
got to
UCLA,
check that
but
one.
He did. I'm pretty certain.
California sucks.
I quite enjoy Southern California. Way
Yeah, it's
under LA
UCLA.
though. I'm talking about like that much portion of it.
Less sucky.
Orange County and down.
Less sucky.
It's a good spot.
I wonder what their gas prices are right now.
Bro.
Dude,
Lacey
was
just texted me. She's like,
$13
wait, when did
a
they get to
gallon, probably.
$5? They were.
we were $5 in
It
2008.
was, yeah, I was paying like
I was
6
sick
something for
yesterday.
diesel when I was in California. I mean, close to 7. And this was 13, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
That was like
Sorry.
one of the last straws where I was like, no, this place is terrible.
Here you go.
We gotta go to break.
There we go to break. On the other side,
yeah.
California gas
prices.
prices. Here on OTV.
Off the bench.
Because everybody wants
like
to know
that, too.
that.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah. All right, go to pelicanroof.com. Pelicanroof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing. Now, you know what they are in the roofing game. Look at the 5-star reviews on pelicanroof.com right there. As soon as you log on, it's going to have Yelp. It's going to have Google. It's going to have Facebook, all these different reviews, over 600 5-star reviews. But we always encourage you, go to the community tab. Once you click on that, they've got the Mother's Day Roof Giveaway Contest. And if you want to nominate a mom, you do it right there. Incredibly easy. It's a fast process. Name, phone number, email, address, right? And you share her story and you register to potentially win a brand new roof for a mother in your life. So again, go to pelicanroof.com.
Right, what an awesome deal. Mothers are the best, and they deserve all the free roofs they can get. So why do they do that? Why does Pelican Roof do that? Because they're a Louisiana company. They care about the community. They care about us. And they care about the projects they can do for you. Offices in Lafayette and Baton Rouge. Visit pelicanroof.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
He was working through college on my grandpa's farm. I was thirsting for knowledge, and he had a car. Yeah, I was caught somewhere between a woman and a child. One restless
All right, welcome back in. OTB. You're live from the Razor Cane studio. Tay, give us those California gas prices so Matt can yell at the cloud.
Somewhere between 6.11 and 6.16 per gallon is the state average.
That's bad. I thought it was going to be.
It said some areas of California are actually close to 8,
Oh, my God.
but the average is 6.12.
What about diesel? What's that?
This is just regular here. Diesel.
I'm going to guess 8,
Why do you drive a diesel?
750.
750. Because it's badass.
That wasn't rhetorical.
Oh no, actually, Europe. A lot of European cars are diesel, not just the big ones.
I told you I had a Jetta back in the day, and it was a diesel.
Again,
because I like the F-250. Really, there's
Okay.
I don't have like any like.
I didn't know if
I
it
don't
was
think it's
a
like more
benefit. I didn't
efficient or
know.
anything like that.
that was my question.
I do feel like it lasted longer. At least in my Jetta, it did.
Yeah, I'm not a car. It is supposed to be better.
Yeah.
I'm not a car guy. I don't really care about cars a whole lot. Like
Unless
I
it's
don't.
from Bayou Automotive.
Yeah, of course. But it's not like I've never like my brother is like he could hear a car and tell you exactly what type of engine. That's just never been me.
No.
I like the way a car looks, and I like it to be comfortable, and it needs to have enough cup holders. That's all I need.
Jay Johnson, LSU head baseball coach, when we come back.
Off the bench.
Well, if you go to BayouAutomotive.com, maybe you'll understand
Search
how
by
many
cup
cup
holder.
holders
Yeah,
are
search
in
by
each
cup holder
vehicle.
quantity.
Yes.
I don't know how you do it, just two.
I don't think you do.
Don't have to.
You have multiples.
Not by automotive.
No, you don't.
It has as many as you want.
Go to BayouAutomotive.com today. It's in Laplace, Louisiana. You can go down to Laplace, walk around the dealership. We fully encourage you to do that, but we also encourage you, if you're in the Baton Rouge area and you're listening to us and you want to buy a vehicle, you can do it right there online. And guess what? They bring the vehicle to you. And guess what? When you buy the vehicle, when you need maintenance, they actually bring you a loaner car, pick your vehicle up, do the maintenance, and bring it back to you. Tell me where you find that. I'll answer it. Nowhere. Nowhere else but Bayou Automotive. They've got Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, a little bit of everything at BayouAutomotive.com.
And how do they do that? How do they make it so convenient? Because that's their business model. I mean, they got 9 full-time drivers on staff. So if you buy a car, if you buy a car from there, and you need it fixed, they'll drive it to you, and they'll drive it right back, right there, BayouAutomotive.com.